morning. You are listening to Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Siegel Network. Our show is sponsored by Marzipan Bakery. One taste is all it takes. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Naomi Nachman and I'm about all the food all the time. I love shopping for food, cooking it, eating at restaurants, anything food related. I'm a kosher personal chef. My business is called the Aussie Gourmet. I cook for people for Shabbos, for Yom Tov, for Pesach. It's getting really close. Just call it causing the pee panic. Small parties, and I run tons of chop competitions. Anytime you don't feel like cooking, you can give me a call. I can now actually add cookbook author to my list of things with on my resume. So Perfect for Pesach is coming out in just a couple of weeks. You can already start to pre-order it online. But I want to hear about your food experiences too. So feel free to email me, naomi@nachumsiegel.com. You can join my fan page, the Aussie Gourmet, on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. I think I covered all of the social media platforms that I know of any case. I want to hear about your food experiences too. So, if you make something cool, eat something really funky at a cool place, let me know because I want to hear about it. Okay, so a little recap of the last month. Our last show that we did was about 2 and a bit weeks ago. We did a live show in Gourmet Glow. It was a lot of fun, right, CK? We had our brand new sponsor, Marzipan Bakery, come into the studio, the Gourmet Glut studio, I'm going to call it, and we had a great time there. And then I was on hiatus for 2 weeks because I went to the Holy Land. I was in Israel, and it was amazing. I just want to give a quick shout out to the restaurants in Israel. And I want to say every restaurant that I ate at, I know that people were commenting because I posted just about everything on Instagram. Little mention about Medita. It's in Baka. Crave in the Shuk. Waffle Factory again in Baka. I stayed in Baka, hence a lot of Baka places. Ishtabach, again at the Shuk, and Entrecot somewhere in Yerushalayim. I'm not exactly sure where it was. That was an absolutely fabulous meal. Also, everything I ate was amazing, I got to say. Because I think there's something special about the food in Israel. I feel like it's always a little bit fresher, a little bit more crisp tasting, and because they're always using the seasonal vegetables. Everything in Israel is seasonal. And right when we were there, and I think we're coming up to the tail end of it, but strawberry season. I don't know why we have it in August at the end of our summer, right? July, August. And they have it in the middle of winter. Strawberries like I've never seen in my life. Unbelievable. It takes a bit to clean and cut off the green stem and soak it in some water because they're a bit dirty, but they were amazing. So a big shout out to the restaurants in Israel. We had 2 giveaways the last couple of weeks. Our last show we had in the studio. CK, how fun was that guy? Was the Snaps guy when he came into the studio. So we have 2 giveaways I'm going to be announcing. Should we do drum rolls? Sure. We're going to go for the drum rolls. Okay, we have an amazing lineup. So just listen for the drum roll. The winner for the Snaps gift certificate, $50, is Suri Norowitz. Woo! So congratulations to you. Now we need a drum roll again. And the winner for the Aroma Song Salts from the Dead Sea, Israel, is Fagi Grossman. Woo! Okay, congratulations to you guys. We're going to get that out to you. Hopefully you'll hear the show and then you'll email me, but I already have your email addresses. So I am so excited to be here in the studio. I haven't seen ZK. How was the last time we saw it? Like a month? Oh, we're at the Kosher Halftime Show.
Oh, that's right.
That was fun. We didn't get to schmooze because you were like working and I was there stuffing my face. Food at Courtside is usually pretty good. Chef Albert Bijou, good buddy of mine. And there was actually a pop-up. They had a pop-up at Courtside a few days later, so I got to go again, run by the super talented Brian Greiker and Albert Bijou and my partner in crime, Melinda Strauss, who made a dessert that was just unbelievable. So shout out to them. Okay, we have an incredible lineup, as I keep talking about, but I actually haven't announced these guests because I'm so excited to have them on the show. On the phone right now is Leia Shapira, and then we're going to be talking to Beth Warren. Every season I try to have Beth on the show to talk about the seasonal stuff and how to keep us healthy. But I have the Baked by BB team joining us. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, on the Nachum Siegel Net on YouTube, you can see the beautiful, or on Instagram, you can see the beautiful packaging, the funky, cool packaging, and the really amazing treats that we're going to be eating in just a couple of minutes. So we're going to swing back to you guys. We're going to talk to Leia, and then we're going to bring it back here in the studio. Hello, Leia Shapira. Leia. Uh-oh, did we lose Leia? Okay, we may have lost Leia, but ZK's so awesome, he'll just get back on the line. Maybe she didn't want to hear the whole spiel before. And she probably knows it by heart. I've got friends who know it by heart. Deanie Klein actually does it with my whole accent. You know, Deanie
really?
delivers.
That's so
She goes,
funny.
Hi, I'm Naomi Nachman.
She'll do your whole intro.
all the food all the time. She's going to do the Purim show with me.
Oh, that's
I'm
so
going to
funny.
put her in the scene. I'm going to be Deanie. I'm going to grow really tall and pretty.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Right? You know, she's gorgeous inside and out. Shout out to you, Deanie. Okay. We are trying to get Leia back on the phone. Okay, just let's see what happens with Leia. So how's it going, girls?
Otherwise, it's good.
Yeah.
We have a nice weather lately in New York, then snow, then
I know.
who knows what's going on.
Even the media guy, what's he called? The meteographer was saying,
the
meteorologist.
Are they called different in Australia?
Nah, I could pretend that I would and you'd all believe me because I have an accent, but whatever. No,
Okay.
meteorologist said it's like a roller coaster.
It really is.
It's really crazy. And the studio gets very hot also, so, you know.
Yeah, we're already turning.
Right, I already know that I wear short sleeves, but I have a, should we try Leia's other number? I have another number for her. So, you know, we can just stalk her. Let me just pull that up for ZK. I don't know what happened there, but sometimes we have little bits of technical difficulties. Here we go. No, not that one. Okay, you can try this number. This is another number I have for her. All right, we're just going to skip around a little bit because, you know, we know what we're doing here.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit to Beth and then we'll see how it all goes. How you doing?
Otherwise, I'm good. It's always nice to see you.
Thank you. Likewise. We keep talking about hanging out a little bit more, but I think the last time you were here was right when I got my book contract with us.
Yeah, well, and then all of a sudden it flew from there. So you're crazy busy.
My head is spinning. I've been actually up since 4 o'clock this morning.
Oh my gosh.
I actually can't sleep. Everyone said it's like having a baby. Well, you've written a book.
Yeah, I've written a book. So it's a whirlwind. All of a sudden, once it takes off, it's just a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's crazy. Tell us, our new listeners, and
Yeah.
some of my neighbours like, do you know Beth Warren? I'm like, of course I know Beth Warren.
That's so nice. Yeah, I know. I have to go to the 5 towns.
Yeah.
So
Little recap about the book.
so my book is called Living a Real Life with Real Food. It's already been like 2 years since it's been out.
Crazy.
I know, it's really nuts, but it's my whole nutrition strategy of just having a practical life, living with real foods and trying to have less processed foods and putting that into more of a diet plan and all for the kosher consumer. So it's not like something where you'll have meal plans and recipes that have dairy with meat and all these things that you can't really read a diet book otherwise for. So it's a really practical approach to just living a healthy life. And it has those little kosher anecdotes in it along
Right.
the way, making it really a fun read. And my recipes with Syrian and Ashkenazic and Moroccan all confused into one.
I love that. I'm all into the fusion cooking. Actually, a lot of my Pesach recipes have got. I've got a Pesach lachmajin recipe. Aren't you impressed?
Yeah, very.
Right, with all Ashkenazi ingredients, like nothing with kitniot. So
Yeah.
you'll have to buy the book to see it, but it's cool. Okay, so I'm going to pause you
No
there
problem.
for a minute. We're going to come right back to Beth I was going to call you Beth Mizrahi
I
because that's on your
know.
middle name.
My mom will be so happy you said that.
Beth Warren, my maiden name used to be on my Facebook page, but I took it down because people kept calling me Naomi Steen. I'm like, I haven't been Naomi Steen for nearly 25
Right.
years.
Yeah, one day I'll do that.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Leia Shapira. We got you. Hi, Leia.
Hi, Naomi.
I'm sorry we dropped the call. Something happened. But
That's all right.
we tracked you down. How are you, darling?
I'm great.
Yeah, you're a busy lady.
Right, that's why we're doing this over the phone.
I know. I'm like, Leia, please come in. Leave the studio. Come in. We're going to meet on a Wednesday. We won't meet on a Friday. Come, I'll meet you. But she has a busy family and a busy work schedule. So I'm really appreciate even your time now over the phone. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so let's talk about the beginnings of Leia Shapira. How you got started. Because I always like to hear the history of, from the beginning to what you've become now. So,
Right. So I think we might have discussed this last time we spoke. I was a very picky eater, and so I started cooking my own food. My grandmother was like, get me into the kitchen, and my mother's like, just eat anything, just make anything, So that's how I got into the cooking. And I actually got my first job working Mishpacha magazine after I wrote a complaint letter.
Really?
Really? Yes.
Can you share that?
I said that they don't have enough recipes, and their recipes could be better, and it could be more practical. And they called me, and we started talking, and I took a couple of, back and forth, and they said, could you write the recipe column instead of
That is
an addition?
That's hilarious. I had absolutely no idea. I had no idea you worked for Mishpacha, but I had no idea that's how you got the job. That's very cute, Leia. It's a good story. Okay, and then from there?
A couple of cookbooks.
Couple.
And,
Let's talk about a couple. A couple means two. Can I just brag about you? Leia has 7 cookbooks. She's been involved with 7 cookbooks. I'm partnered with Victoria, and the rest are all her. You're amazing.
Thank you. Well, actually, 6 of them are with Victoria, and 2 are without her.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Did your mother ever think that you would have a cookbook out?
My grandmother, she never thought I would eat. Forget about a cookbook.
I think that's
that's for all the picky eaters out there. There's hope.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I can't really write well, so who thought I would have a cookbook? But I had amazing help and the talented team. I guess if you have the recipes, you can make it work on paper. But Leia, your first book, Fresh and Easy, correct? Was that your first one or your...
My official first one, yeah.
Your
I had
official
one before
first.
that was a fundraiser that we did as a community fundraiser.
Beautiful. So your first book with Art Scroll, which is a huge seller, Fresh and Easy. It still flies off the shelf today.
Yeah, it's a great cookbook for lots of newlyweds and families. Everybody really loves it.
Yeah, even experienced chefs, we love it too. So
that's true.
every single
Always
recipe
nice hearing.
works. Every recipe works. Every recipe is delicious, and it's they have some different stuff, especially back then. Like how many years ago is it out? 7 years? 5 years? No, it's a good couple of years.
I have to see which kid I wrote it after. It's 2011 is 6 years already.
So 6 years. Okay, so I wasn't off when I said 7. So
Right.
I think that the kosher market, and we can tie this into your new project, is has changed like crazy. Susie Fishbein, the mother of this generation of cookbooks, right? Because we kind of had Noreen and Joan, Nathan, and all them doing cookbooks, and then kind of
Right.
Susie made it trendy again to have a cookbook.
Yeah, Susie's the queen of cookbooks,
The
definitely.
queen, yeah, the mother, the that we all inspired to be and to write books and stuff, and she was the first. So a lot of it has changed since then, right? Like a lot of stuff went online and on Facebook groups.
Right. People started sharing on Instagram, and there's much easier access for recipes. When I in 2004, I was like recipes are. It wasn't even food.com, and that was like there was no you want to say there wasn't a lot of kosher recipes out there. You had to adapt a lot of the recipes.
Right. There was hardly any kosher magazines. Period. Now we have quite a lot of the magazines, like Mishpacha Ami, they all have magazine
there's lots of WhatsApp
sections.
groups of people sharing recipes
Joy
all
of
the
Kosher,
time. There's
yeah.
definitely,
Right. So tell me a little bit about how you transition from cookbooks to now this new project.
All right. So we once discussed, Naomi, about every cookbook is like a child.
Yes.
Right. So I have
Right there.
less kids than cookbooks, so I decided that I got to take a break. I'm kidding. But I said, I wrote so many cookbooks, and all the cookbooks I really wrote things that I want to see, that I want to have. I wanted those restaurant recipes, so that was the books. And then I felt when I finished that book, I felt like I can have a couple more restaurant recipes, like a more casual. So we wrote that, and it really came to the point where I said, I'd love to share things that I'm making that are, I want to say maybe not cookbook worthy all the time, but it's things that my family eats all the time. I'll give you an example. I wrote on Instagram a post where a pulled beef pizza, where I said, buy the pizza dough. You can buy in the freezer section of many groceries.
Yeah.
And use, shredded beef that you can make your own, or use something like Jack's Gourmet.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
that's what I would say too, right?
And there you go. You have dinner in 5 minutes. Well, you got to let the pizza dough defrost. And I was like, this kind of recipe, I don't know if I would put into a cookbook, because I would need to tell them, make your own dough, make your own pizza sauce, make your own shredded beef. But, when I posted it on Instagram, people loved it. They made it, and they sent me pictures of it. And it's not a, very complicated recipe. And then I think sharing recipes online, you can share those kind of recipes. So So obviously I do share online more complicated recipes, but a lot of the easy recipes that I never had an opportunity to share, I love sharing that, and I'm sharing that on my website called Between Carpools.
Right, can we
I'll give you
hold on,
another
Leia?
example.
Leia,
Like,
one
I shared a
second.
recipe for frozen French fries.
Leia, can I just pause you for 1 second? You're just talking about Instagram. I just want to give your Instagram name a shout out so people who heard you say that about the pizza will know where to follow you.
Right, so I have an Instagram called Cook Kosher.
Okay, so everyone make a note of that, okay? Cook Kosher is Leia's Instagram. Okay, now you're up to the French fries.
Right, so my grandmother, the one that was worried what I would eat, she was a fabulous cook. But like on a Friday or when, in the summer we went swimming all the time, she would prepare a pan of frozen French fries. She bought the frozen French fries, but she seasoned it and she made it her own. And I've been making it for years. And it's kind of embarrassing to share that in a cookbook. But I shared it online, and people have been going wild. They've been making it. They've been sending us photos. Their kids are loving it. It's like an upgraded, easy
French fry recipe.
Cool. Exactly.
So talk to me a little bit more about your new site. What's it called?
Okay, so it's called Between Carpools.
It's such a cute name. So cute, right? Because that's what we all are doing.
Right. When we came up with the name, some Brooklyn people were like, well, we don't do carpool that much, but I think everybody understands the concept of carpooling.
It means you're just busy and between errands. That's what it means. Between errands. If you're a grandmother and you're not doing carpool, it's your errands, between your errands.
But I think even if you're a grandmother, you might find something interesting on the website.
Oh, I know, absolutely, because carpool means errands. So between your errands or between your carpools, you've got to lay aside.
So we consider it's a Jewish lifestyle site for the busy Jewish woman, and we have recipes. We have lots of tips, ideas like organizing, different articles that might interest. Like if it's about Tu B'Shvat, we have a Tu B'Shvat article. We have some table setting. We have
It's okay.
we have. Anything that you might interest at this point. Now it's Mishloach Manos. We have some Mishloach Manos ideas. We have ideas just in general, like 5 things you should buy in Target and how they change your life.
That's so
what
cute.
you should not miss out in IKEA. Lots of and they're short, they're easy to read. We have beautiful photography. And it's we actually have an app for it that you can download.
Oh, really?
Yes, we do.
I'm writing it down. Everybody grab your paper. What's it called?
Between Carpools.
Oh, it's called Between Carpool app. Actually, everybody in the studio now is actually starting to download it. Okay, everyone's grabbing their phones. Yeah, okay.
So you can download the app, and you can read it. We post once or twice a day, sometimes more, but that's our average.
Okay, that's pretty good. Once or twice a day?
Yeah, well, we
Wait,
have
you must.
really amazing
It's not just
team.
you. Oh, you have a team. So
let's talk about the team.
Team. There's no I in team.
So our team, I'm a little embarrassed because I think they're so talented. They're way more talented than me, which is why why it looks so amazing Between Carpools. So the first person on our team is our editor. She edits all the articles that come in, and her name is Victoria Dweck. She wrote with me the cookbooks.
Oh, Victoria's in with you. Hey, Victoria, shout out to you. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, Victoria writes lots of things about babies and little children. She has a whole bunch of little ones, which she doesn't get to write when she's writing.
She's amazing. Victoria, I don't know how you do it, mate. You're amazing. Okay.
Yeah. And the next one, we have Renee Muller. She's our stylist. She wrote a cookbook called Our Table. And every beautiful photo is because of her styling.
Oh, I love Renee. She was just here in the studio a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, right.
Love Renee.
Okay,
super
our next
talented.
person is Esty Waldman. She's our photographer. She takes our photos.
I don't think I know her, but okay, good. I'm going to meet her.
She's amazing. She's actually shooting Victoria's next cookbook. So.
Okay, great. I think hers is the next one out from Art Scroll after mine.
Right. And the last person on our team is Shane Menzer. She's our graphic designer. She made the website look as beautiful as it is.
Yeah.
And all of us contribute different articles. We all write about once a week, so it's always something interesting, something different. And it's not always, even though I primarily write about recipes, which is why I share those recipes on Between Couples, I wrote an article like how to shop for a husky boy.
I saw that. I didn't look at it because I don't have any sons. Okay,
if
that's
you
very
did,
cute.
I hope they wouldn't be husky. But,
yeah, my girls are pretty skinny.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So people should go on to Between Carpools, check it out. Leia and her team are amazing and super talented. And I didn't know that all those people were behind you, actually, that Leia and Renee were working with you. I don't know the others, but I'm sure they're just as awesome as you. Check it out. Check them out on Instagram. Any other ways we can check it out?
Yeah, they can follow us on Instagram Between Carpools.
Okay.
And definitely they should download the app. It's the easiest way to read it.
I think that's hilarious. I'm going to do that right now. Okay.
Right. For those people that didn't realize, you can go to, betweencarpools.com and view it also on a desktop.
The old-fashioned way on a computer. Who thought we would have ever said that, hey?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, Leia, thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you so much for having me.
One day you will be in this studio. One day.
Yeah, then we'll do lunch.
Okay, sounds good. We got somewhere, lots of places to eat in Manhattan.
Yeah. All right, wonderful. Thank
All
you
right,
so much for
bye,
having me.
Leia. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, and she's gone. All right, just like that, we had Leia Shapira on the phone having a great time in the studio. We were talking, we had a bit of a drop call with Leia, and then we switched to Beth, and then we switched back to Leia, and then it's a bit of a yo-yo today, but it keeps people, all excited.
Keeps it fresh.
As they cook for Shabbos.
Yep.
When they're listening to this, we are actually meeting on a Wednesday today. It's good to come in when it's not like in the weather. We're always worried about the weather, especially in the winter time.
I feel like that's a constant concern in the winter months.
Oh,
because it's been so loopy.
Freaking out always from the weather. Okay, so we were talking about your book and a quick recap about how your food is real and healthy and Sephardic and Ashkenazic and all just, keeping you healthy.
Yeah, and in a very practical way, though, because now we're in the winter season where everyone's so concerned about how do I stay healthy, and we have a little bit of that seasonal affective disorder. You're kind of feeling a little bit like, I don't really want to go out of the house today. I feel cold. I want carbs all the time, and it's just you have to just make health to be very practical. Make your recipes really easy. Plan your recipes maybe a little in advance, like cook on a Sunday, and do things that are active and things like that just kind of keep you motivated.
I have a really important question. I was actually discussing this with my husband actually this morning.
Yeah.
Like sandwiches, right? We all love a good sandwich, right? But we find 2 hours later, you're a bit hungry.
Right.
Or a slice of pizza. I had a slice of pizza on Sunday for the first time in a long time. I had it at 12. By 1:30, I was ready to eat again. But if I had had a big salad with tuna in it, I'm stuffed all day.
Absolutely.
What? So can you explain a little bit the
Yes,
science behind it? Because my husband's like, why am I ate 2 rolls. He said this to me this morning. I ate 2 rolls. I had some leftover deli from Shabbos, some brisket that I made. I put in some mustard. They were all whole grain rolls. They were healthy rolls. He's like, literally, he goes, I ate one, and then 2 hours later he was hungry again, so he ate the other one. So he kind of you to spread it out. But why
does that happen? Yeah. I know. So a lot of times when people come see me, I have a private practice also, Beth Warren Nutrition. You know that.
Check it out, everyone.
Yeah. So when we're sitting one-on-one and I'm saying, okay, so for lunch you'll have a salad, and lunch you'll have a salad, and then they kind of look at me like I can never have a sandwich. And it's not that you can never have a sandwich. I just feel you get gypped on getting a little bit full. I don't think that sandwiches or wraps fill you as much as a huge salad does. I think that you're exactly right. You want to eat a meal and not feel like you need to eat again in at least 2 hours. So you want to try to go about 3 hours, eat around then, to have another snack. So it's not normal to get hungry again. But for sure, if you're feeling hungry by an hour and a half, that means your lunch wasn't substantial enough. And that doesn't mean you could just eat more sandwiches.
Right. So
it means you need more veggies.
Right. So if he would have eaten 2 at once, he would have still be hungry an hour and a half
Exactly.
later.
He would have.
So at least he spread it out.
Yes.
So it wasn't 2 at once and then kept taking more and more and more.
Right. And if the carbohydrates from the bread weren't even whole grain, or a lot of times bread is one of the most difficult things to purchase in the supermarket. So a lot of times they kind of fool us a little bit thinking that you're getting 100% whole grain. But even when you think you're buying a whole wheat, you're getting, a portion of that whole wheat. It's really mixed with white. And if it's a mizonot bread, which we all, by the way, I've been so conscious of asking people what brands they're buying, because if it's mizonot, that means there's apple juice in it or something to make it that. So that makes it even a more processed bread. And because of that, those grains and those added sugars are going to break down a lot more quickly in your body and make you feel hungrier faster. And that's the thing. You really are eating something that not only is not so filling to carry you over, but you're using grains and carbohydrates that break down a lot faster than other sources of fiber. So you need fiber in your food to make you feel full. Now, 100% whole grain breads, like if you do an Ezekiel bread or even like a whole wheat sourdough bread, like those will stay in your system a little bit longer. But you still need the fiber from the vegetables to really hold you over. And there's also a nice water content to vegetables that also help keep you full. So you'll really get full, more bang for your buck with a big salad, and your bread is supposed to be a side.
So what would be the highest fiber vegetable?
The highest fiber vegetable? The thing is that they're all different kinds of fibers. So
We're
you
not
could
talking
go
potatoes.
Yeah, I was going to say though, but you could even go a starchy vegetable in your salad. You could do like a sweet potato chunks in your salad, and that adds even more fiber and more of a complex carbohydrate into your meal, and that does count as a carbohydrate, but it's not bread. Or you could put legumes into your salad like chickpeas and beans.
Right, I do that a lot.
Yeah, and even though they have protein in them, they do also have a lot of fiber. And very unique fiber. That's why some people get a little bit of a stomach ache from them. But that's only because they're not used to eating them. And there's very specific bacteria that digest beans and legumes. So you just have to add it in a little more slowly.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
That helps with the, you know what I mean,
The
guys.
digestive system.
The
You could-
digestive system. Yeah, let's call it that.
In quotes. Yeah. So, so a lot of people get turned off by that. They get nervous when they all of a sudden eat a lot of vegetables or raw vegetables that they're not used to, or beans, and they're like, oh no, I don't like how I feel. I'm not eating them anymore. It's like, no, you're supposed to build yourself up. Your gut bacteria digests the food, and each one has its own specific bacteria.
I was new to eating Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
Because it's a big pain in the neck to check, but I spent one day, the first time I used them, I spent a lot of time checking and cleaning them and soaking them.
Yeah.
Not too much left of what,
Right.
but then I roasted them with salt, olive oil, and garlic.
Right.
Fresh garlic.
Yum.
I ate almost the whole thing.
And your
and
stomach was
stomach
yeah.
was killing me. But I'm like, I couldn't figure it out why. And then the next time I did it, it wasn't so bad. Like,
Right.
I guess you have to build up.
You build a tolerance, and everyone's tolerance is different. Like I could probably eat a whole, baking sheet of that, and I'm used to a lot of fiber, so it wouldn't bother me so much. But especially those cruciferous family, the Brussels sprouts, the kale, things like that, broccoli and cauliflower, they're gonna make you feel definitely more bloated feeling if you're not used to it. So you just have to build it in slowly, because it's literally like plant food. It's exactly like that. That's how I think of your gut. You're injecting yourself with new fibers that help foster the growth of good bacteria in your gut that help you digest these foods. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing. That's why whenever even people come to me and within a week, they come back for a follow-up, and I'm like, how did you feel? And they'll say something related to their stomach, like, it's weird. I wasn't expecting that with my stomach. And I said, no, that's a good sign when you have changes with your digestive system, because it shows that you're making changes in your diet, and you just have to give it time. You have to drink a lot of water.
What's the ideal water? I'm hearing 8 cups. I could never drink 8 cups of water.
Yeah, it's really
I'd throw up.
You know what? It's kind of like it's a hard measurement to measure. Actually, it's not really so true to just say 8 cups a day. I recommend that just as a nice healthy habit, because the studies show that if you drink 8 cups of water a day, then you just have a general healthy habit. It's kind of like people who take multivitamins are generally healthier people.
So,
but you could take your height and you could make it into liters and have half of that. So
say that again. Explain.
Yeah. So what happens is with the fluid, but just to go back to what I was saying before, you could have any liquid in anything. So it's not only water technically.
It's not Diet Coke, guys.
Yeah.
I just want to say that.
Ideally, it's
I know
not
that.
Diet Coke, right? But really, any fluids count towards your fluid intake, and vegetables have water content too, fruits. So
Okay.
if you have a general healthy diet with a lot of produce,
I
kind of
hate
shaves
water.
off 2 cups there.
I'll drink Perrier. So I'm holding my Perrier water. I like sparkling water.
I like sparkling water too.
I think I'm drinking wine when I drink it.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of a taste and a fizz, so I
feels
feel like
special.
it's exotic. So if I drink one of these a day, I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
I am so bad when it comes to liquid to drink a lot. I have friends who drink all day, but they're in the bathroom all
I
day
know.
too. I can't
So yeah, that also regulates a little bit as you be more consistent. But yeah, no matter what, you're kind of that person that's looking for a bathroom.
So I'm trying to diet after all those restaurants I ate at when I was in
Yeah,
Israel.
you're trying to drink more water.
But I'm trying to drink more water. So if I drink at least 1 bottle a day of 2 cups, I'm already moving forward.
Right.
So one day it'll be 2 bottles. Like I have to build up slowly. Like
You could build up. It's a tolerance. And you could also make it interesting with like mint leaves in there, lemon. You could make it hot because it's cold. A lot of people tell me they don't like to drink in the winter because they're cold. They feel cold. So teas are always okay. Nana tea
I
or
love tea.
fennel tea is also nice for bloating.
I don't like fennel.
Yeah, it's a bitter. If I love it, it's licorice. It's
Right.
like licorice. It makes you feel like you're having something. So it's nice to kind of just get all that fluid in because it is one of the components of your weight. So a lot of people don't realize that's such an easy fix if they're looking to lose weight, but they're not drinking enough water. Your body's retaining water, and that's going to show on the scale. It weighs. So you want to drink more fluid sometimes and not even worry about your food. Yeah, it keeps everything flushed out. It's like a catch-22. You think if you drink more water, you're going to hold on to more water, but it's actually the opposite. You drink more water, you'll release more water.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
I should try that.
Interesting.
Okay, just say I want to start exercising. Do I need to change my diet and eat more?
Right. So with exercise, it really depends on the forms you're doing. Like I've been doing a lot of running lately because I am.
Oh, you've got that marathon coming up.
I'm training for a half marathon.
Okay, tell us more about that.
Okay, so it's actually in Disney, and it's going to be next week when when we're here on the show. And it's in Disney. I run for a team called Sephardic Bikor Holim. And it's a not-for-profit organization that helps families and anybody who needs assistance in many factors of their life, from food pantries to meal delivery kits to cancer center support to mental health.
Right, and you can always, even if you're not hearing about the marathon, I want you to support this event.
Right, because
support the event was
the organization,
but the organization, because it's so wonderful.
Yeah, so Sephardic Bikor Holim, so their website is teamsbh.org. And if you want to sponsor Team Warren, which is my team, teamsbh.org/Warren.
And you don't have to even...
Anybody could go on there.
Even though afterwards, after the run, people can still come in and support.
They could still go on and support it. And I have a personal history with them. I consult with their cancer clients there. And I'm also, for this run, I'm the team sports nutritionist. And I give my diet and health tips every week or every month, and we have group chats and we have team runs together, and it's a very community oriented event that's very inspirational and motivating, not only to support the organization but to also keep fit and healthy during the winter.
Right.
So when you're asking about nutrition and food and exercise, I change all my nutrition recommendations and food recommendations based on our training regimen. So every time we have to increase our mileage, I'm like, okay, guys, now we have to have drinks while you're running, and now we have to, this is the smoothie you should have after. And so definitely fitness is a very big component to nutrition, and things change based on that. So with part of Sephardic Bikor Holim and being a part of them, so you feel inspired to help them do what they need to do to help other people, but then you're also helping yourself by keeping healthy and fit. And the Disney half, we go for the whole weekend.
Yeah, explain how it works.
Yeah, it's so fun. And talk about a foodie event. It's all about the food, and it's mostly a Sephardic community that's running.
I really want to come and do this next year. Are you guys going?
So I'm one of the trainers.
Okay. So look, I'm going to tie you guys in at this point as
absolutely.
well. Okay. So I have a mother and daughter team here. Oh, so introduce yourselves.
Okay, I'm Sarah Beebe.
I'm Barbara Diane.
We're big by Beebes.
Right, but their last name is Beebe, and
Yeah, so that's my mother is Sarah Beebe.
Sarah and Diane. Okay, you guys got that? You're all watching? Okay, everyone's caught on.
So Sarah's one of my running trainers. So I'm the nutritionist, and then there's a bunch of team trainers that help us get to our running goals every week. We have to do new goals. So she is a major runner, marathoner.
So this is happening on, give me the date.
February 23rd, that weekend.
What day of the week is that?
I think that's a Thursday. The run is on a Sunday, but I think...
Okay, we're just checking our dates here. Yeah. You're going to be listening to this show on the 17th.
Yes, so next week.
So okay, so there's the 17th. So that everyone has time to sign up now to support you guys.
Absolutely. It's crunch time, so we definitely need the support.
Right.
Because I have to still get to my sponsorship goals.
Oh,
so teamsbh.org/Warren.
I'm pledging now. Can I pledge now? I'm going to be pledging. I'm not going to say the amount over publicly.
Thank you. Yeah. And all out, my nutrition services, Sarah's training, all the trainers, we're all volunteer for them. We're all just really doing this with our time.
Nice. And we all know what Bikor Cholim does, whether it's the Sephardic or the The Lennox Hill one, which we have received when my husband was sick a couple of years ago. He was in the hospital, and Bikur Cholim was amazing at Lennox Hill, and all the ones in the Satma one, and they're an amazing.
Yeah, they really look for any open opportunity to help anything.
Mika Amcha Israel,
Yeah.
right? Like
My favorite organization.
it's
by far.
unbelievable. Chai Lifeline also.
Yeah.
Also amazing.
I just
And they also do a run. It's
right. There
you know?
was over winter break, and now there's also coming up Jerusalem Marathon. How come they chose Disney?
Well, I think it's Sarah probably knows more than me, but it's very conducive to hold our large crowd. It's not so far away. They work really well together. They are in touch with Run Disney. It's called. They have lots of marathons in Disney. By the way.
really?
And it's a
Yeah.
nice pull for the younger kids to make them want to come on the
So-
trip.
Exactly.
Can I just? Where are you running? Where's
We
the
do-
field?
We do run through the
Park?
Yeah, we run through the park, but it's very
Parks.
minimal. Yeah,
Parks.
it's minimal. But and there's
all them.
there's some highway involved in there. It's not all
Yeah.
it's cracked up to be, but in the end, it's not even about the run. The weekend is just about. It's just life changing. It's really life changing. You learn so much about the organization. There's so many people from the organization that are actually getting help from them that come and they speak and they tell their story, and it's very inspiring. And
So when are you going down there?
Thursday the 23rd.
Thursday
I
the
fly- yeah,
23rd.
we fly
You
down.
fly down.
And we have a whole inspirational weekend. Like Sarah said, there's all people from the organization that have gotten help from them that make speeches and give a lot of like support. It's
I'm
very
really moved right now.
yeah,
You
it's
really
very
come home.
moving. I bring my whole family. It's a very family oriented event. I've even flying my parents down this year to join
That's
us.
so nice
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah,
Wow.
and because it's such an inspirational weekend, you leave it feeling just so like, oh, I want to help everybody in the world.
you have a whole new perspective of life and a whole new appreciation of life too.
And you've given tzedakah,
Yes,
which is so
exactly.
amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have to raise an X amount of money?
yes.
Yes, I got to raise $3,600 each of us. My husband and I are running this year, the first time.
Oh, cool.
Together?
That's so cute.
First time together.
Yeah, my husband and I would so not be.
Yeah. Well, he's not going to run with me because
Right.
he's super fast, but we are running at the same race, and it's very self-fulfilling
How
too.
many miles is it? Is it?
13.1.
It's
Yep.
actually. Oh, so it's a half marathon.
It's a half marathon.
It's like me running from the studio from the studio on the Lower East Side to Woodmere.
Yeah, so we've been
Right.
building up over this whole winter, so it was a great way to stay
Where do
fit
you
and
run
healthy.
when it's raining? You can't miss out.
People are running in the rain.
You run in the rain,
Yeah.
you get wet.
Yeah.
It's only water.
Right. True. Yeah.
Snow is a bit scary, but you even
Right,
see crazy
right.
people doing
Snow,
that.
you have to get on the dreadmill. As
The
I call it.
dreadmill.
The
they call
treadmill.
it. That's what the
Oh,
trainers
that's so
call it.
cute. Wow, I'm actually
Yeah.
like, I'm always
You have to
inspired.
come.
I
It's
know,
so your
I should,
type.
I should go. I should really go. So when you do do they fly? You have to raise
600, and then you could fly over, and they
you
take
fly
care
for
of
free,
everything.
and they take care of everything. But what about your whole family?
I got to pay for all of them.
Yeah.
But it all goes to the organization. They have sponsors for the whole event, and everything goes to support the organization. They're not making anything on
What
it.
kind of food is there? Come on, it's a food
So
show.
that's the
Let's
thing.
talk
It's
food.
Sephardic foods. That's why you would love it. You would love it. What is
Okay,
that face?
no. I love Sephardic food. Everybody knows it. I just don't eat rice, which is crazy. But it's
Oh,
good.
that's crazy.
why I
They
can-
always have a
yeah,
rice.
that's why I can,
So because it's like for the run, it's not necessarily quote unquote the healthiest options because that night before there's a huge pep rally.
pasta party, right?
Pasta party.
So, okay, I think we need to go down there and do my show from there.
You should totally do the show from there because it's a huge pep rally. There's a DJ and it's crazy. And then they also some little healthy foods. They have like sweet potato and like veggie burgers per my request, other than all their heavy pastas. But like I said, it's also for kids and families. So they have now this year like a kids club and things like that they could take care
Which
of them.
hotel do you stay at?
This year it's the first time they switched over after a few years in the Hyatt Regency. It's called Hyatt Regency. Hyatt, it's the Hyatt, whatever.
Okay, okay, cool.
In Orlando.
Nice.
So it's really exciting, and the kids actually have a kids run on the Friday.
Oh, that's
so little
adorable.
fifth
Do a
grades,
5K.
fifth grades and up do a 5K. Isn't
That's
that
cool.
cute?
That's very
Yeah,
cute.
so
And
they're
they can
very
train
involved.
too.
They train.
Believe it or not, I used to be a runner when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. I actually.
It's amazing the
I stopped
resilience
in my
of kids,
30s.
yeah.
I stopped in my 30s.
Well,
I
you'll
should
start again because you should do the run next year.
I know.
I'll
okay.
train you.
Okay.
She's the best
Done.
trainer.
You give me these. These will fuel me.
They will fuel you. The Big by BB's
there's flax
cookies.
seeds
Sure,
in
you
there.
can even
There's
bring them
some
on
good
the run
stuff.
with you.
I'll eat and run and talk into the microphone. Whereas Kate trails me with a camera.
He has to run too then, I mean.
And he's like, I don't think so. You crazy girl.
Follow you in the car.
Okay, thank you so much,
No
Beth.
problem.
You're going to
It's
stick
always a
around
pleasure.
and you're going to
you want-
talk. No, don't have to move, but Hi, girls.
Hi.
How are you?
Great. It's happy to be here. Thanks for having
Oh,
us.
my pleasure. Thank you. I really appreciate you coming on and give us all these goodies. So we're going to just announce before we start, because sometimes I forget to announce the giveaway. We have a giveaway for Baked by BB's. Do you want to announce it, Sarah?
Okay, so we're giving away 6 snack packs of 6 assorted flavors, our most popular flavors, to the winner.
Okay, so all you have to do is follow Baked by BB's and the Nachum Siegel Network, because I know you all follow me already. And you could be in the chance. We're going to coordinate.
Yes.
And we'll announce the winner
You'll let us know.
in a couple of weeks. We'll run it for a couple of weeks. Great. Fantastic. All right. So when did I first notice these? A little bit before I came with you. I think I've seen them in Gourmet Glatt. I'd seen them in Gourmet Glatt because I like the branding. I was with Beth at the Challah Bake
Yes.
at the Sephardic
I was
Centre.
like flagging you down, like, go see them.
Right, and I think we're in a bit of a rush to get home, so I
Yeah.
couldn't say it, but I said, oh, yeah, I know them. And I'd had your stuff, and I'm like, yeah, they're delicious, but Melinda Strauss said she was starting to try your stuff and work it, and I'm like, Beth and I were talking, planning the show this week. I said, let's get you guys into the studio. Okay, talk to me. When did you start this business?
You want to say?
Okay, so I started first, and I was still not married, so I was still with my mom, living in my mom's house.
She looks really young, by the way. She's gorgeous and young.
Thank you. I started just for fun. I wasn't even making these. I was making cookies and daples. It was like a
Okay.
whole different thing. But it started getting like out of control. I couldn't do it alone, and it was always in her kitchen. I was making a mess in her kitchen. So she's like, "If you're gonna make a mess
Brooklyn.
in my kitchen, then I might as well do it with you."
Good for
so,
you, Mum.
yeah, I was so happy when she did it with me because I almost was gonna even quit because it was too much for me. I didn't have to do it. I was just whatever. So we started doing it together. And it became even crazier. And then eventually we moved out of the house kitchen and we moved into a commercial kitchen.
Before we moved out of the house, how we got to the brittle is
Oh, right.
we were baking the cookies one day and we accidentally put too much of a liquid ingredient and they flattened in the oven. So we were throwing it out. It was a garbage batch. And we took it out. We just ended up cutting it up and snacking on it all day. And we realized that they were so much more delicious when they were thin and crunchy. And then we said, you know what, let's try it. So we perfected it and perfected it until we got it to a really,
perfecting it.
a really nice square, thin shape. And we started to top it with all different toppings. We took all,
I'm opening some
Yeah.
up. This is the,
Almond
which
sea
one?
salt.
Chocolate almond sea salt.
right?
Okay, it's parv.
It's
Yes,
carb. Everything is gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan.
Isn't that amazing? It's so much like that, right?
Right. So
Are these Pesach Dick?
they're going to be
Passover, yeah.
kosher for Pesach this year. This is going to be our first.
Oh,
time that we've done
baby.
it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna I do these little Instagram shots in the middle of the show, so people feel like they're with us in the studio. I'm gonna get you guys in the background.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Now watch me eat. So what bracha do we make?
So it's mizanot because there's gluten-free oats in there.
Gluten-free oats. Right. Well, right. Okay, I think I knew that. Because oats are gluten-free, and you can make challah from gluten-free and then still make hamotzi. Okay. All right. Otherwise, everything else is shahakol, I believe.
Right.
But I'm not a rabbi, so ask your own. So what do we say, mizanot? Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam mizanot.
Amen.
It's like melts in your mouth.
Oh, my God. Okay, CK. He's going to be happy they're passed. Oh, my God.
Should get a picture of him doing it.
These are the best. He's not camera shy, don't worry.
I'll put you on my Insta story.
He's taking a few. Wait, we have more to try.
Yeah,
by the
you
way,
have
there's
other
a lot of
flavors.
different flavors.
So
Okay.
these are 3 of our most popular flavors, but we're currently making 8 different flavors, and they're all really equally popular, which is amazing.
We
Thank
also have
God.
our gluten-free muffins.
Right.
Which are not here, but
Right. We
Oh,
did
yeah,
bring-
that's a new thing. You don't
Yeah,
even know
tell
about
us
that.
about that.
Okay, so we make an almond butter banana muffin, it's also gluten-free and dairy-free, but there are eggs, so they're not vegan. They're delicious. They're very moist and fluffy and yummy. And then we just recently introduced a very vanilla muffin, which is, obviously no bananas in there. There's vanilla chips, and it's made with almond flour as opposed to oats, because we were actually experimenting for Pesach, and we came across this. When we were experimenting, we came across this recipe, and we loved it. And we said, we can't even wait till Pesach to get it out. We got to get it out now. And it's currently in stores maybe just about 2 weeks, and we're getting great feedback.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, we've been very lucky. And recently, we should definitely mention that after we were like spinning out of control, her new husband was looking for a new business.
Oh, so cute. Wait, how many months are you married? How many weeks?
No, here.
A year. Okay, 52 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. You're still, if you can still say 52.
So we were very happy in my kitchen, doing our little thing, having our little, a small customer base. And then he came into the picture and wanted to make it bigger. And he saw that there was a lot of potential. So he brought us out of our kitchen into a commercial kitchen. And we are currently selling in over 30 retail stores. And we also sell online on our website, www.bbbhealthytreats.com. We ship worldwide. And
These are amazing. I like this one even better.
We just tasted our crunch flavor, which is inspired, like we were looking for like a Nestle Crunch type of
Totally gets that.
substitute.
Right, ZK, this is the
He
best.
wants this picture. Okay, one
Wants you
second.
to- ZK just asked to be on the Instagram story, Beth's Instagram story.
Those are topped with Rice Crisps, organic Rice Crisps. Brown
Oh
Rice
my
Crisps, I
God.
should say, yes. Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
they're crumbly. They're a little crumbly.
I can't
because
talk.
It's a heavy topping.
You talk, I'm just going to eat.
That's what happens once you open them. You go through them all really fast.
They're really addictive. They're like chips.
Yeah, so a lot of people tell us that, and I'm not sure what ingredient would be so addictive, but a lot of people tell us that they can't. They finish a bag in a sitting. So we came out now with snack packs for those
Right.
people that the winner
Can't
of our
stop.
contest will give away.
Right.
Will get, and it has a serving size, so you could stay safe.
It's also good as toppings, like ice cream,
Right.
yogurt. You could even like crumble it up and put it in.
Yeah, one of our customers told us that they took the Cinnabon, which we now call Cinnabomb because it's really the bomb, and they broke it into pieces and they had it with almond milk as a cereal instead of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They had a healthy cereal.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear that. Cinnabon. Cookie bread. Okay, I'm actually going to say, we're not going to open this one. My daughter Sibby would love this. She's my married daughter. She got married this past year. And she loves, thank you. So she loves this. She loves cinnamon. This is unreal. I'm going to hold this actually up to the camera if you're watching on our Nachum Siegel Network show. Yeah. Okay, these are delicious. We're going to take a station ID break. This is Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Siegel Network. Our show is heard on our Rut Sheva English radio, and our sponsor is Marzipan Bakery. One taste is all it takes, right from Yerushalayim to the supermarkets in America. I just want to, anyone who's listening to the show who does not know where to get Marzipan Bakery products, please email me. Let me know, naomi@nachumsiegel.com, and I'll make sure that we get some into your local supermarkets, helping them branch out across America. So let me know and I'll get it to you. All right. Very exciting here. We've had a crazy show. I can't believe it's already 47 minutes. I didn't realize the time is going so fast.
Doesn't that always happen though?
It always happens, yeah.
Time
Especially
flies
with
when
great-
you're having fun.
It's true, and when you're eating really great things, it's very cool. So, how did you like go into the stores? Like when you first started, like wow, how do we package it, and then who's going to buy it? Like, were you worried about that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we were definitely worried. I mean, it was, you're concerned that people are going to like it and want more, or or people are not going to like it, which is, the biggest concern. And thank God we've had such great feedback from the start. The local supermarkets some of them are my friends because I shop there all the time. So they just gave us a chance right away. And from there, really, her husband took over. Thank God for him.
He's
And
a keeper.
He grew it. He grew it into Lakewood, and we're in Borough Park. We're in Crown Heights, Williamsburg.
5 towns?
Yeah.
Gomeglat.
Yeah,
Gomeglat,
right.
5 towns, yes. I know
I don't
exactly.
even know. I don't even know all the locations. I can't even keep up.
I know exactly where it is in the aisle.
And if you guys anyone has any other suggestions of stores, they could definitely let us know.
Yes, for sure. Inbox us, or DM us, or whatever.
Just
let us
like I
know.
mentioned about Marzipan, you can do the same thing as well, people. You can reach out to me and I'll reach out to them. Or you can reach out to them directly through Instagram.
Exactly.
Or through the website.
And if you're a new customer ordering from our website, you get free shipping.
Ooh,
That's
Yeah.
fun.
that's very nice.
Oh, also, we should note that on our website is all the nutrition facts. They're not yet on our bag. We're waiting for some new packaging that's not as flimsy so we could ship more efficiently. And also on the website, there's a list of all the stores that we are currently selling in.
Fantastic. I just had to have a little bit sip of water. See, Beth, I'm drinking my water.
I'm so happy. So you have to eat more cookies to drink
I
more
have
water.
to eat more cookies, you know what?
Got it.
No worries.
Beth, aren't we approved by you?
Yeah, so I actually brought them in here and I chose them to use as my Hanukkah gift.
Which was brilliant.
This
Mark.
year.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know, it's not so easy for me because I have to send holiday gifts, but I don't want to just send all junk food to people. It's
cannot.
like, I mean, I have a brand to uphold. So they're all made with no processed ingredients, all whole food ingredients that you can pronounce, which is what I always look for in a product. And especially the whole fact that you could eat them and not feel like, oh, well, I'm having something only healthy. Anybody will have them. And you don't even have to tell them what's in them. And they'll think they're having a cookie. You just put it on display. So I always like that about them. So I sent them to you because I knew you would love that.
Oh my god! And the
Beth.
packaging, the packaging was very cute. It was like a clear box with a red
The
lid.
gift box, yeah.
So one of my kids actually asked to have it, and I'm like, no, I really
Yeah,
want it.
I use those things too whenever I get them.
So I try to recycle a little bit, like keep it going. If it's pretty and I can use it again, I'm going to keep it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So are these going to be at the marathon? You're sending these down?
Not this year, but you know, we'd be open to it. No one asked us for it, but maybe
by the way,
next
now
year.
Good,
we're
more for us. More for us. More for us.
We should recommend that because you actually need like kind of something that breaks down really quickly while you're running so long.
So you can maybe stuff.
Yeah,
some
probably
BB
like that Cinnabon one. You probably could mush it up and leave it on your tongue. Let it like kind of
dissolve
in there while you're running.
Dissolvable food when you're
Right,
running.
yeah.
But you know, it's good. We do sell in two of the local high schools, Yeshiva Flatbush High School and Magen David High School, sell these in their cafeteria. So it's a good healthy treat for the kids.
Oh,
So
definitely
that's
instead of the
great.
vending
And
machine.
right. And
yes.
yeah, not only for for adults, because we have so many kids that
Yeah.
people send us pictures of their kids just like inhaling them. Like
Oh,
they
that's
love
really
them.
cute. We'll send you a picture of us
yeah.
stuffing our faces, right? Okay.
Yeah, my daughter actually, because my 9-year-old got very much into baking, and I'm trying to like be hands off mom and be
Yay!
like, yeah, you can watch my Insta stories. It's usually on Fridays that I let her like have the whole kitchen. And I said, don't involve me though. Let her make her own mistakes. So it's so funny what she does.
But let her clean up after.
Yeah. Oh, I am very
You
into
know
that.
it,
I'm
right?
very into that. As she's doing it, I make her clean. But she took the Baked by BB's, and she because there's crumbs sometimes on the bottom,
Yeah.
you know, and she put that as a topping. She sprinkled on top of her cake she made.
Oh, I saw that picture.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It was
very cute.
And I didn't
So
tell her
cute.
that. She just like went
Put it
in.
on top
and-
of your challah.
yeah.
The crumbs.
Well, that's
Yeah,
tasty.
there's so
challah.
many things you could do. With
So it was very cute.
Okay, cool. Very nice. Okay, we are sitting right here in the studio on the Lower East Side, and we are talking with Beth Warren. We are talking about being healthy, and staying healthy as well as staying fit. She's a part of the marathon that's coming up for the Sephardic Bikur Cholim. Is that?
Yeah,
Cholim,
Bikor
very-
Cholim.
What?
Cholim.
I say
Oh yeah, it's
because
called.
I'm Nachman, but
Yeah.
Bikur Cholim down there in Orlando, and we have the BB family. We got the BBs. You're still a BB, right?
Yes, it's at
Always
heart.
a
Yeah.
BB.
Oh, well, when I go back to Australia, my friends still call me by my maiden.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny. That's before I called Beth by her maiden name because it's on her
Facebook
Facebook
page, I know.
I'm telling you, I had mine up till quite recently,
Yeah.
and someone wrote an article about me, and they called me Naomi Steen.
Oh yeah,
I'm
so it's
like,
time.
No, I've been Naomi Nachman for 23 years,
Yeah.
and I was Naomi Steen only for 21.
Yeah.
But I guess it's who you are when you're a kid. That really, So my friends still call me by my maiden name. Okay. So you're in charge of that. Have you always been in charge of athletics and as fitness person? Because you look amazing.
You have to see the
Thank you.
marathons you've done. Come on.
Go on. Shout out
She's
to that.
flown places special to run their marathons.
Yeah, but okay. I do love to run, but
Okay.
I haven't ran marathons until I was about 36 years old.
There's hope for me.
I
Yeah.
found some friends that were like really crazy about running, and they got me involved in a running clinic, and then they were signing up for marathons. So I was just following and having fun, and then it became sort of an addiction and obsession. So I've ran 8 marathons so far,
Cool.
3 New York City, 2 Boston, 1 London, and 2 Chicago. My goal is to complete the 2 more. There's the Tokyo and the Berlin, which would be all of the what are they called?
I don't know.
It's like the top marathons, basically, in the world. Those are the top marathons. If you complete that, you get like a wreath or something.
Oh, really?
But we'll see.
Not anyone can sign up for the New York City Marathon. You have to actually qualify, I believe.
Yes,
right?
you have to qualify. But if you don't qualify, you have an option of completing, I believe it's 9 New York NYRR races, New York Roadrunner races. And you have to volunteer for one of the races as well, and then you get automatic entry. So I did that in the beginning until I built up my speed, and then eventually I qualified for Boston and for New York as well.
And now she's a trainer.
And now I'm a trainer for the SBH, which I'm so happy to give back to an organization that is amazing. And I feel I'm not going to be in Disney this year, though.
I know. It's
I
so
know. I'm going to miss it. But
Oh, you're not. You're not.
this year, I've been on it a few times, but this year we're not going to.
Can't make the
it.
weekend. But
you-
still been a
I'll
part
be
of
there
our,
in spirit.
Oh,
I'll be there with my
absolutely.
runners, and
Oh,
my younger daughter will be running the race.
Oh my
Not her.
God.
She's going to be working.
Okay. Well, she got a lot to do. You know, we need to.
Yeah, we need to fill the shelves.
Fill the shelves here, BBB. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's very inspirational because, you know, a lot of us, you know, we love to eat and we love to cook, but we forget that staying healthy is really, and I have to say, since I've gotten a little bit older, and I worked out my whole life, like until like the last couple of years, and I have to say I haven't been to the gym since June. Isn't that horrible?
Yeah.
It's horrible. And I'm like in my 40s and I need to exercise. Not only to look good, you want to look, I have to feel, my kishkas have got to be good. My heart's got to be good.
Yeah.
So I really have to get back into it, but it's always a matter of finding something that I did spin
Motivates,
for a bit and then, you know, moved away from that, which I really enjoyed. I still like spin. I just,
Yeah, that's why you got to join this thing next year. because
right.
it's
I could go back to
for a
running.
team
I did
and
it.
to do it for like a charity. It really keeps you
In
motivated.
Australia, we have a fun run. I can't call it a marathon. I can't call it a half a marathon because it's not even, it's 14 kilometers. That's like 6 miles, right? Something like
10K,
that. 10 miles.
10K.
10K is 6 miles, 6
Yeah,
point
6.1 or something.
So this is 14 kilometers. Okay. You run from the city. It's called the City to Surf. Okay. I did it all the time when I was a kid. You run from the city in Sydney, the central business district in the heart of Sydney, and you run to the beach, city to surf. There are thousands, tens of thousands of people. You sign up, you go, you run. I trained. There would be had this hill that you would have to run up. They call it, used to call it Heart Attack Hill.
Oh my gosh.
Which unfortunately people have dropped dead there, literally. But, you know, I did it for years. I used to love running, but it's hard as you get older. How would we start getting back into it? If I wanted to start training again, what would I do?
Well, you couldn't just go right back to running because you'd probably injure yourself. So you would have to start off with a walk run. Let's say you could have run a block, walk a block, run a block, walk a block. And then the next time you go, you would run a block and a half. You have to really build it up slowly because, you know, especially as we're getting older, it's much more easily to get injured. So that's what I would do. I would start a run walk and eventually, you know, gradually increase my running part and decreasing my walking part until and you could do it by how your body feels. You know, you don't have to follow a certain schedule. You could just, the best way to run is to run by how you feel. So when you're feeling tired, you stop and you walk, and then until you feel not tired, you know, and then can you run a mile without stopping to walk?
Right.
And you'll build it up
And
eventually.
you do a little bit of a carb load beforehand, something a little bit healthy.
That's
Until you
only
get
if you're
over
running an hour or more.
Right. Oh, okay.
nice try.
Go light in the beginning. Done. I'm always looking to, I thought, great, I'm going to have a big fat breakfast tomorrow and going on a run for 5
You
minutes.
can have the big fat breakfast when you get home from your run.
Yeah,
Okay.
you still can eat.
Great. Wow, I can't believe it's almost over. All right, I've got a couple of minutes left. But no, I just want to get people used to the idea that, you know, we get back into fitness, and I'm always talking about food.
Yeah, because it
and
balances
eating food
the
and cooking
ability. It balances the ability to enjoy your food when you
Right.
have some fitness involved.
People do say they see me eating chazaraying, someone called it,
Yeah.
a lot. I don't eat as much as I make it seem, but I do balance, and I do walk.
Right.
Like,
That's good. Yeah, you're
I do
always
work.
on the run, so it
Right,
helps.
literally, but I'll try to like walk the stairs and rather than taking the escalator at
Right.
LIRR, like I do try to.
Right. But people always ask me, like, what's in a maintenance plan? They're always concerned about that. But the reality is if you have a fitness plan, I always push that, even though you don't, quote unquote, need it to lose weight. You need it for a maintenance because that's how you live. That's how you're able to live a little. You have
Right.
something one night, but you go for a workout the next day.
Right, exactly. It's all about balance. Okay, so I'm just going to start wrapping up the show. We had an amazing show. We started off on the phone with Leia Shapira, with cookbook author extraordinaire. I think we said she had 7 books. Oh, wow. And now her website, Between Carpools. And now then we switched back to the studio, and we had Beth Warren on the in here in the studio talk about life and fitness and health and staying healthy. She has a book. Make sure you check out her book.
Living a real life with real food.
Okay, it's been on the show. We've had an appearance with a book in the studio. I want some yerba.
Okay, I'm gonna. bring you
Okay,
some
next
again.
time. Our Pesach show. And we had the BB team, Sarah and Diane.
Sarah and Barbara.
Sarah, Barbara, why did I say Diane? That's your last name? It's like my name's Nachman and my husband's name is Tzvi Nachman and people don't know which one's which in his name. Okay, cool. Oh, that's funny. Okay, cool. So everyone, thank you so much for listening. Keep listening. We have so much going on all the time right here on the Nachum Siegel Network. This is Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Siegel Network. We have music sponsored by our friends right up until the benching. Our show is sponsored by Marzipan Bakeries. One taste says it all. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Take care. Have a great week. Stay healthy and cook a lot.